Hello, and welcome back to the Joda Decor channel, where we bring you the best vintage decor inspiration to make your space truly timeless. If you're a fan of nostalgic styles and unique, vintage pieces that bring warmth and charm to any room, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment telling us your favorite vintage-inspired idea. Let's take a trip down memory lane and explore vintage-inspired decor ideas that can work in every room of your home. Your living room is the heart of your home, and what better way to infuse it with vintage charm than with some retro furniture pieces and timeless decor? Opt for a plush velvet sofa in rich jewel tones like emerald or mustard yellow. Pair it with mid-century modern coffee tables, and don't forget a statement vintage rug with bold patterns. Add antique lamps with brass finishes and a collection of nostalgic artwork or framed photographs to personalize the space. Transform your bedroom into a cozy, vintage-inspired retreat with a few simple touches. Consider a classic brass bed frame, which adds a sense of timeless elegance. For your bedding, go for soft floral or gingham prints. Think of the vintage charm of a grandma's cozy bedroom. Add some vintage-inspired lamps with lace or fabric lampshades, and hang up antique mirrors to complete the look. You'll feel like you're stepping into another era every time you walk in. The kitchen is a great place to embrace vintage decor. Consider a retro refrigerator in mint green or pastel blue to add a pop of color. Incorporate vintage-style cookware, like cast iron skillets or old-school enamel pots, to keep the space practical yet nostalgic. Use patterned tile backsplashes in shades of aqua or red, and hang up vintage signs or posters for that extra charm. It's a combination of style and functionality that's hard to beat. Create a dining room that feels like a vintage French bistro by using a mix of antique furniture and unique finds. A weathered farmhouse table or a retro dining set will instantly transport you to another time. Layer vintage tableware, like mismatched china, silverware, and crystal glasses, to add an eclectic vibe. You can also hang vintage chandeliers with crystal details above the table for that extra touch of glamour. The key here is to blend old-world charm with modern functionality. Make your home office a space that inspires both productivity and nostalgia. Start with a vintage desk, perhaps something with elegant carvings or a retro industrial style. Use leather or velvet office chairs to add sophistication, and place vintage bookshelves around the room to store your favorite novels or antique decor pieces. Don't forget to add some personal touches, like framed vintage maps, typewriters, or old clocks, to keep your workspace both stylish and inspiring. Who says vintage decor has to stay out of the bathroom? Create a spa-like retreat with vintage-inspired fixtures, like a clawfoot tub or an antique-style pedestal sink. Use soft pastel tones for your towels, and add vintage mirrors with ornate gold frames. You can even incorporate vintage perfume bottles or glass apothecary jars to store bath essentials. This will turn your bathroom into a nostalgic oasis where you can relax and unwind in style. Your hallway is the perfect spot to display your love for vintage style. Consider installing a vintage runner rug to add warmth and color to the space. Use antique-style sconces for soft lighting, and hang up a few vintage frames with family portraits or old postcards. A vintage console table can also add an extra layer of character, and you can even include an antique clock for that perfect finishing touch. It's all about creating a welcoming, nostalgic atmosphere from the moment you step inside. Your entryway is the first thing people see when they walk into your home, so why not make it extra special with some vintage touches? A classic antique bench or a distressed coat rack can add charm and functionality. Use vintage mirrors to create an illusion of space and add some old-world elegance. A collection of vintage hats or leather-bound books on a console table can also help set the tone for the rest of your home's decor. Vintage-inspired decor brings a sense of history, nostalgia, and character to every room in your home. Whether you're decorating your living room, bedroom, or kitchen, vintage pieces add warmth, personality, and a touch of timeless elegance. We hope today's video inspired you to add a little bit of vintage magic to your own space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite vintage-inspired decor ideas. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Joda Decor.